The House of Assembly witnessed a lively discussion on the proposed Child Justice Bill, with Prime Minister Honorable Philip J. Pierre and Shrewsbury MP Bradley Felix presenting opposing viewpoints. Central to the debate is the current 3-year maximum sentence for young individuals convicted of crimes in St. Lucia. Senator Gideon Ferdinand highlighted that the proposed bill seeks to amend this framework, granting judges greater discretion in cases involving minors.
There are situations where, at the time when somebody, a juvenile, may have committed an offense, that there's a certain perception that the person was probably too young to be facing the courts and so on. But by the time the trial comes, circumstances would have changed. I think there could be, arguments for and against the amendment, but the intent of the amendment is really to allow discretion.
Senator Ferdinand outlined the bill's primary objective: to shift the focus from punitive measures to rehabilitation. The amendment empowers judges to consider alternative solutions beyond incarceration, emphasizing that sentencing or jail time should be a last resort.
I think the last resort should be sentencing or jail time. There must be other options and interventions that can be used instead. When especially a juvenile has found himself or herself on the wrong side of the law. We have seen the mention of the centers where especially students and young persons who have found themselves in trouble to get some level of support and rehabilitation. There needs to be investment in that. We also believe that it is not, the first course of action should never be punitive in situations like that. There have to be rehabilitation, support, and social re-engineering.
Ferdinand argued that punitive actions are not always the most effective response and should not be the default approach. The bill aligns with the broader Juvenile Justice Reform Project, which aims to transition St. Lucia's justice system from a punitive model to one that prioritizes rehabilitation and restorative justice. He stressed that legislation must evolve to reflect contemporary societal needs, asserting that punitive measures should never be the first course of action.
Once someone, especially a juvenile, has found themselves on the wrong side of the law, that the first action would be punitive. And that is why there is so much discussion. I think we should focus instead on the other options that are available and should be explored, rather than just decide that everything that has gone wrong, that the individual is to be punished. Punitive measures aren't always the best and should never be the first course of action, especially for a juvenile.
As the debate continues, stakeholders remain hopeful that the Child Justice Bill will represent a significant step forward in creating a more just and compassionate system for young offenders in St. Lucia. Chloe Dantes, NBC Prime.